On this program, you said the President Bwala Tinubu, the candidate at the time, may be disqualified from contesting. You went further to say there is still a cloud around drug-related offenses and drug-related activity. And the quote, that's Daniel Bwala talking to me right here on this program. You also said Bwala Tinubu had a questionable character. Those are the things you said.
Are we prepared to have a president that will say something now in the next 3 minutes he can't remember? Somebody will have to fill up the space. Are we going to have a president that will show up in a meeting now and you won't see him after 3 weeks? We've seen the movie before. Are we going to have a president who has not been able to answer the question relating to drug-related cases that people have leveled allegation against him? Above all else, are we prepared at this time for a president that does not have in his heart the capacity to unite Nigeria? What singular thing has Tinubu done that suggests unity? This was somebody who said, I never believe in Nigeria.
With this particular matter that I asked, you said is baseless. That meant all the things you said to me in November and the rest of the time in 2022 are baseless and lies.
Yes, they are not lies, they are baseless.
The spokesman of the kingdom of darkness in the name of Daniel Bwala have once again, in his usual character on Channels television, not only was he trying to sell bad market to Nigerians, but also being the devil's advocate, called God himself a liar or a deceiver. Listen to this yourself. Make you not think, say, I made up the story.
Indeed, if security has improved, Mr. Bwala, why do many communities still remain displaced or inaccessible?
The progress has been made.
Why? Why is it happening?
That's because, okay, like as you are now, if I'm trying to look at the best description of, you go to church probably, and it is not the will of God that people should be poor. Why are there poor people in church?
Is that your standard of comparison, or?
Good. You had him right? Fine. It didn't end there because Shehu was busy pressing his neck. Taking him back to his word he said previously concerning Tinubu's past. Talking about his record of drug conviction and all manner of fake certification he did in America. All those shenanigans. He came down to deny everything as usual. But this time, he went further. Listen to this.
On this program, you said the President Bwala Tinubu, the candidate at the time, may be disqualified from contesting. You went further to say there is still a cloud around drug-related offenses and drug-related activity. And the quote, that's Daniel Bwala talking to me right here on this program. You also said Bwala Tinubu had a questionable character. Those are the things you said right on this program. And now you think that all of those things that you said for Atiku, it don't matter any longer.
You know why I smiled? The joblessness of the opposition, it seems they have carried you in that bus. Why am I saying that? This issue you raised, when will you get tired of asking me the same question? In the world today, the first person that started asking me this question was you. And you have done that more than 5 times. Are you not tired? They are completely inconsequential to what is happening. Bwala, come and talk about the credibility of the letter. You people say President Trump lauded Tinubu. The question that should arise after, whether it is true or not, to what extent have you been lauded? But now we have taken almost 10 minutes. And I know the time you have here. Because I've understood the Nigerian media very, very well. I know they prepared again to follow their trend. Ask me the question that you want to find out about the letter. As for the opposition, allow them to keep lazying about. Nigerian people want to hear tonight what is happening to their lives.
Will you kindly answer the question that I asked you? You said at that time that those things that you talked about are now baseless. Are you saying everything you said at that time we should discontinent it?
Nigerian people tonight want to know what is happening with their economy, with their education, and most importantly with security. And we have made substantial progress. First time in Nigeria's history, where the leadership of the President Bwala Tinubu, brought about a very strong collaboration.
You are not answering my questions, Mr.
It's
Bwala.
not a question.
The question, I've asked you, before we get into that matter, I've asked you, with this particular matter that I asked you, you said is baseless. That meant all the things you said to me in November and the rest of the time in 2022 are baseless and lies.
Yes, they are not lies, they are baseless. not important for conversation. And by the way, let me ask
So
you.
Daniel Bwala of
Let me ask you.
2022.
Let me ask you.
What?
You see, this thing, what you're doing now, I'm trying my best not to be aggressive about it. But you're riding on the opposition's back horse. Peter Obi has since changed parties 4 times. How many times have you asked their people?
Perfect. You had it. You see, these guys, I mean the APC, you know, the devil looks very innocent where these guys are. When you talk about the father of all liars, APC will continue dishing out the worst liars and self-deceivers of all time in the history of humanity. Now, Bwala, you with your two side mouth say that Tinubu this, Tinubu that, drug trafficking conviction, certificate forgery, and all that. Today, you are saying totally the opposite. Not just that you are saying totally the opposite, but you also actually admitted that what you said in the past is true. But it is baseless. How can it be baseless? Is it that it is baseless because Tinubu is the president and you are his stooge? You are his employee, taking salary and feeding from lying to cover his past. You are actually doing your job. I don't blame you. But doing that and deceiving yourself and what we Nigerians to believe you is something else. I thank God I gave it to you for you to acknowledge the fact that what you said about Tinubu is true. What you said about him in the past is true because it's undeniable. But you saying that it is baseless. Now consider from 2023 till now, somebody who is in power and all he could do is to increase the threshold of the suffering of Nigerians and also expanding his luxurious life for himself and his families and those of his bandwagon of political bandits in APC. There is nothing you can tell Nigerians for them to agree with you. You are only but deceiving yourself. But this Bwala is not the problem. The problem is the people, and that is where I am driving at. Why am I saying this and bringing these things to you? It's for you to see critically how important it is for you to retire these men once and for all. You see, if P2B becomes president tomorrow, peradventure, and these people, this kind of individual, this kind of characters, like him, Kenneth Okonkwo, or the one they call Omokri that is mocking himself, FFK, name them, find their way within the corridors of power in any means possible, then it have rubbished the credibility of that man called P2B. And I know he will not. But I'm going to address that on the next video. So Nigerians, what are you supposed to do? The activities of the kingdom of darkness, just like the Bible stated, the devil came only to destroy, to kill, and to completely annihilate. Anyhow you want to put it. You know, the devil is coming to make your pains, to kill you, and also to destroy completely. All of that is the characteristics of APC to Nigerian people. Tell me what they have not done that will make you not to go and pick your PVC and get ready for the battle ahead. I didn't ask you to get ready for the election because there will not be election 2027. I'm asking you to pick up the most essential weapon for the battle, which is PVC, and other necessary materials needed to defend that vote, because what will happen in 2027 is not an election. It will be a ballot revolution. It will be a multiple fold replicated what happened in 2023. P2B actually won that election in 2023 by a large margin. That is a fact. But the reality is that we were not prepared with other necessary materials to make sure that vote counts and the wish of the people reflected. This time, the game is changing, because even if INEC refuse to count the vote, we will count out INEC join. And that is the position we have taken. My name is also Janet Peters, your advocate for good governance and the conveyor of this ballot revolution for Nigerians to get prepared for the battle ahead. That is the position of GGM. My name is Asu Janet Peters. Like I always say, help me share this video to everyone. I'm signing out. Bye-bye for now.